Here's what it's all about. Charity is what it's all about. Charity is what it's all about. It's not going to press keywords. Charity said, how about you press your face into those little titties? Welcome, Miss Carter's. Quickly. Grab your phone, grab your treats, grab your wine, grab your seats. Come on. Quickly. Welcome to Miss Carter's, you guys. Are you here for the Greenleaf review? See how I scooted in? Are you here for it? Let's quickly get into it. I provide the highlights, not the entire story, nor all the details. And we've got little clips along the way, and we'll be on our fourth day. Started out with AJ, and he was like, Mom, I want to go home with Dad. Grace picks her face up. But the toe tapper is, in my notes, the doctor. The doctor, in all her shadiness and looks and gazes and curtness with Grace, is enough for me to just say, start a show based on those two. The doctor's got great acting skills. Her faces, the faces she gives to Grace, those are fighting faces. But what she said was, this isn't an argument, this is the facts. We don't want to mess with his mental. So Grace was like, we're back home, and Dad, Pops, is just going in on Jacob, and Jacob is trying to explain himself that I'm sorry, I didn't think it would go this way about the will. I didn't think it would blow up in my face like this. Basically, I didn't know what I was doing, but I was just trying because I found the will in the tackle box. But the scene and the line that's worth going to watch Greenleaf for is, of course, Lady Mae. Lady Mae, and I quote, and that wife of yours, whose bony little wriggly hands set Rube Goldberg devices in motion. Where is she? In her lair that I pay for? Right there, that's worth going to watch the show. Lady Mae, Lynn Whitfield, no one can deliver the shadiness, shystiness, and nastiness that she is other than she. Do I need Rube Goldberg device in motion? The writing for her. Wow. That's how mad she was at Jacob's wife for putting this whole shenanigan in place about the will, because she's blackmailing Jacob to get out the marriage because she cheated. Catch that in your spirit. You cheated. But yet you're going to blackmail the family about the house situation, and now it's a whole storyline. I'm Lisa, by the way. Welcome to Miss Carter's. Come on in, take a seat, grab your drinks, grab your treats, take a seat, sit back with me. Okay, it's the next scene. Lady Mae said, I'm going up there to kill her. So, we're about to talk about that. Charity is in the boardroom with Judy, and it's just nasty. It's ugly, and Judy with the orange hair swings it because Charity wants to put on a Black History film about the history of the church, and Judy's like, no, that's not what me and my boo said we want to do. And she's like, well, good luck with that. So she ends up talking to the gray-haired woman, and the gray-haired woman said, no, I'm not in agreement with that. And then because she did that, Judy comes back and fires Charity, but we'll get into that. Highlights. Remember, it's just the highlights. I'm glad to see Grace and Charity are finally friends, because Grace was standing at the door when Charity and Judy were going back and forth about the occasion on Sunday, the last Sunday in the sanctuary. And Grace was like, look, I think we got a way to get them out before the wrecking ball comes. Watch the show. It's really worth watching to see how this is going to play out. So I'm glad to see Grace and Charity are bonding despite what Charity did last season. Be sure to subscribe and comment below what your thoughts are on this week's episode. And if you happen to like what I'm doing, sure, subscribe. Most importantly, but leave a comment. There's the subscribe pillow. You can order it as well. Okay, I'm not going to recap that Grace was like, if you don't get right, Charity, you're going to look like Judy in 10 years from now, running behind Bob Whitmore or trying to be second in command in AP. I'm going for the highlights. I really am. Grace says, I think we can pull up with Marcus Damar's father if we can find out who he is. In short, Marcus that's not his name. So Yusef Shabazz, because they used to be part of the Black Panther, is Marcus's father. So Grace makes that call. She chats with him on the phone. Grace gets 3 strikes. He said, you have 3 chances to get some questions out of me. And Grace says, well, I'm calling because such and such is your ex-wife. Shabazz says, strike 1. And then she says, I'm a pastor at Greenleaf, ex-pastor at Greenleaf, strike 2. Then she says, I'm calling about Edenville Lending. And he said, strike 3, and hangs up on her. Whoever that character is, we were here for it. I was like, yes, he was no nonsense. No nonsense. All right. And then Lady Mae goes up to see Carissa. Catch it in your spirit. I need my pearls on. Jesus, I need my pearls on. For 2 things that I'm about to highlight. Carissa, where are you going in that black gown, first of all? But Lady Mae had the gall and balls to say, how dare, how dare, how dare, how dare, and then I'll fix this and go tell Jacob to stay with you. How dare he can't forgive. Lady Mae, you gon' ain't no Christ in that. You gonna convince your son to stay in a loveless marriage because you don't want to be blackmailed behind the wheel, and love be damned, I want to keep my house. That's what it comes to. Save my family and my house. And Carissa's like, I know you'll make it right, Lady Mae. And Lady Mae is like this. Thinking. Charity is what it's all about this week. Charity is what it's all about this week. Sis came with it, held her own, and is standing up for herself this season, you guys. If you don't know what I'm talking about, watch it. She finally has a backbone and was confident because she had obviously had the pipe laid right with Marcus Demars. Because she's new. She's brand new, and it was like this. You can tell she loves him. But he said, Judy's not going to press that we fire you. She's not going to press. Press. Keywords. And Charity said, how about you press your face into those little titties? Because you'll never press your face into these anymore where you were 3 weeks ago. What? We talking like that on Greenleaf? And I think it came with, you can't fire my black because I quit. I fell out again. I said, oh Lord Jesus. And then she was so angry. And she was like, I can't even be angry because I just want you to be the man that I know you are. I love you. So with that being said, Mr. Demars goes home and has cocktails with his woman. And she decides to do this. And he's like, no. Because he really is emotionally beginning to be attached back to Charity. He's like, that woman's right, you know, and she loves me, and I can't. And then Judy had the nerve to say, I know, is it because I'm still married? Is it because I'm still married? And what that led me to believe was that they're going to get Mr. Demars to do everything that he needs to do for Bob Whitmore and Judy Whitmore. And then they're going to drop him like a hot potato. But I'm hoping Marcus can get wise and right and do some sneakiness with Charity so that they come out on top. But I believe Bob and Judy are going to drop him because she's going to end up keeping the husband she got. Because this is all a ploy to get this black church and take it. Okay, that's enough. And while Grace was sad that he made the executive decision to live with his father, the cousins reeled him in to make him feel good before he left. And Grace was like, you know, you can always come back. And thanks, Bishop, for planting that seed. And that's when AJ came back and did this. He kissed her on the head, and you can see that Grace was truly moved with emotion. Shout out to the writers and shout out to Grace. And AJ, what a great moment. He's still a weird actor. Still a weird actor. Weird. And then Lady Mae hears from Bishop, who has convinced the lady not to bring the will all about and yada yada, and she feels comforted, but in her spirit she knows it ain't really dead topic yet. And then we're all wondering, where is it going to come in at? And sure enough, the phone call at the end lets you know that the girl still wants to talk and not sure that she's comfortable with her family just bypassing this house that could be theirs, that could take them out of poverty and take her ministry out the hood. Y'all, if you haven't watched Greenleaf, get there. I'm supporting Black actresses, Black cast. I love Black theater, and I love bringing attention to what we do. I'm trying to keep up with all the series, but I can't. I thought Love and Marriage, Huntsville. I just can't. It's too many characters, and I don't understand the pettiness that is. But I'm coming for Potomac, Housewives sometimes, and then Married to Medicine. That's what I do. Thank you for watching. Get in the comments, make that executive decision, and we'll see you next week. Again, the highlight was this line right here. Press. You don't need to press. Judy don't want to press. Press your face into... You don't want to press your face into those little titties. Right here. And see if you can't get enough of what you couldn't get enough of a few weeks ago. Charity. It's all about charity. Getting it back in check, backbone, gumption, fantastic. About time. And she looks good doing it. Shout out to Charity. We'll see you guys. Thank you for watching. Again, I just give you the highlights. I can't give you the whole thing. Deuces.